Yes, welcome back again to the channel, guys. Yes, I don't know, it's your girl Jamams. Yeah, doing our post match Jamaica versus Costa Rica. And I just want to big up to the fans them who had checked in the last time I went live, and I appreciate it. So we just want to the people them to just jump on the live and make we get the thing going. Let's start a conversation. Yeah, the topic that I want to discuss tonight is English players versus local born players. Style and system of play, team performance against Costa Rica, and player ratings. Yeah, we know a lot of words been throwing and a lot of people talking a lot of things post the Panama game. And I just want the Reggae Boys fan them just be united. It has to be a collective effort. And as Ravel said, everybody will in this together. Fans, GFF management committee, and the players. All of us is in this together. So we have to pull together to make this thing work. So as we said, people been talking a lot of things post Panama, Jamaica, and I can't blame people for talking because this is the first time we have lost three love at the office. And for that reason, the fans are disappointed. But near some of the things going out, throwing out in the media is that the players are not committed and all these things. And people just take it and run with it. But most of that is not so because it's ironic how people talking a lot of things without the information, not knowing what's going on. So we just want to enlighten the fans them and make them know, say. For example, man like Michael Antonio. Funny how people are saying the man, not committed to the cause. And I don't agree with that. And before me even jump into that, yeah, support me, go support my migrate. Yeah, and my juvenile want to represent the country. You persons are gonna be out there talking about things and say no, 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 no. Can't be. That is bias. All the fans them want is a mixture, the right balance. And in that Panama game, that was absent. The balance was absent and it was quite evident. Even if you don't have any knowledge of football, you could have seen it was disjointed. So, me have to throw in that 2 cents here, because here, me have to defend man like Antonio, because here we go on. Mikel Antonio, both of his parents, them are Jamaicans. It's not no great grandmother settings. Both of the man parents, them are Jamaican. The man been traveling to Jamaica from he was a kid. The man are new to Jamaica. This visit wasn't his first visit. When he came and played Panama, that wasn't his first appearance in Jamaica. That wasn't his first visit. The man been traveling back and forth from he was a kid. The man even approached JFF when he was 22 years old to represent the national team. That's how long ago the man wanted to play for Jamaica. And now people without info just talking about a rubbish about players is not coming. The man even take money out of his pocket, pay him on a plane fare just to be here to play in that Panama game. If the child look disjointed, that is not on the player, it's on the coach. He should have figured out his system, his style of play, and incorporate the players to suit his system. As I said, the man wanted to play for Jamaica when he was 22 years old. That's how long. They came to watch him when he was in the championship. He had a horrible game. He himself confessed that he had a horrible game that day. They never look at him. They go down below the championship and get other players, recruited other players to come and play for Jamaica. And the man still willing to come again and play for Jamaica, and people talking a lot of rubbish. I just wanted to clear the air on that. So the man been traveling to Jamaica from he was a child. Both of his parents is Jamaican. It's not no great grandmother, no great grandfather settings. All right. Well, for me, I believe, say, from you're eligible to play for the country, whether you're born here, yes or no, what JFF needs to do is to pick the right players. What the coaches needs to do is to create that balance. Because one of the issue for me with this, the Jamaica national program, is the style and system of play. To me, we need to have it from the under 15s, the under 20 coming up. The team need to have a system. So when you select a person, it don't look disjointed because you're going to look and you assess depending on the formation that you're using. You're going to say, all right, I need a left winger. Okay, I need a all-in midfielder. Okay, I need a centre forward. And for me, with that Panama game, as I said before in my last post, I was disappointed because of I was this I was disappointed because of the spine of the team was tampered with. But I think the coach need to find a formation that suits his players, and then we will start seeing the result. So, style of play, as I said, the coach have to fix that. He has been in the job for quite some time now. So we should come here now at this juncture of the campaign, searching for holding midfielder. And then your two holding midfielder now. One is what, 34, 35? And then you bring his backup is what, 37? So you want to tell me, from you got this job, I think your second stint, what, about 6 years now? You haven't recognized that you need a holding midfielder and to get a young player and to groom him. What happened to the defenders? I saw they use Michael Hector in the last friendly that we play. What it was, Saudi Arabia or something like that. The last friendly that we play, Michael Hector. They tinker with Damian Lowe as well in the holding midfielder. Michael Hector. At least Michael Hector will be more robust, more aggressive, more mobile, as in age is on his side compared to the two current holding midfielder now. I'm not going to sit here and tell the coach who to call, who to select. No, but we're fans, and you don't know. That is what fans do. We're critics. But for me, you have to just big up the people them in our chat. Yeah, thanks for checking in. And it is what it is. We have to just work together in order to get this thing going. We don't want people sabotage the program. For me, that Panama game look quite dismal. So we want to jump right into the performance against Costa Rica, because this was a much improved performance compared to the Panama game, and it looked more organized. But I don't want people to be foolish and say it's because of the English player them not playing why it looks so organized. No. It looked much more organized because these players more familiar with each other. They have been playing together for some time now. So it looked more organized. And this is the first time I've seen Whitmore, Coach Theodore Whitmore, so dramatic on the sideline. This game. So dramatic on the sideline. I don't know what to read into it. All of the games I saw him, I didn't get much emotion out of him. And this game against Costa Rica. But this game was also a clash of bottom of the table clash. And both teams wanted this point, so it was all to play for. For me, my assessment of this game, in the first half, little bit more energy than the Panama game, but I don't think we look compact. I think we're not pushing up the team. We don't look that compact. It was like the forward were pressing, and then you're not getting that press into midfield. And then the back line was so far back. It need to be more compact for me. And I don't know, Corey Burke. Oh, let me name out the starting side before I really get deep into it. Number one in goal, Andre Blake. Number five, Alvas Powell. Number six, Anthony Grant. Number nine, Corey Burke. Number 11, Shamar Nicholson. Number 12, Junior Flemings. Number 17, Damian Lowe. Number 19, Adrian Mariappa. Number 20, Kemar Taxi Lawrence. Number 21, Tyreek McGee. Number 22, Devon Speedy Williams. That was the starting lineup. So we balance it here, say, Andre Blake did good. Him can keep. Yes, I agree with you. He has been, one of the shining light in this Jamaica team. He has been consistent since he break into this Jamaican team. He has been consistent. So we're just gonna run through the match. I'll look a brief run through. So we concede quite early in the 3rd minute. Goal with a goal from the number 14, Jimmy Marin, in the 3rd minute. That was like a bit dodgy. I don't know. We came out still slow because we shouldn't have even conceded that goal so early. But after give the Jamaica team, after applaud them, because after conceding in the 3rd minute, they didn't collapse. And for me, it's not so much on them not collapsing. It's more of Costa Rica did capitalize because Costa Rica got a number of chances and they didn't capitalize. Jimmy Marin, most of the goal fall to him in the 1st minute, in the first half. In the 36th minute, Embiid Powell with a dip off the shoulder and try to curl it into the top right hand corner. And then in the 43rd minute, another chance fall to him again. So we can say a lot of things. Jazeel. But we could be singing a different song if the Costa Rican team were ex more if they had executed those opportunity, if they were more clinical. Because as I said, 3 golden opportunity dropped to Jimmy Marin, and he only managed to capitalize on one occasion. Luckily for us, and we also had half chances falling it fell to Low and Fleming. Both half chances went to them. We could have done a little bit better with them if Low had managed to get over the ball and heading it down. And also Fleming, if he had maybe took his shot a little earlier. But those are the 2 half chances. And then Corey Burke also got the best chance. Corey Burke, to me, got the best chance. But out of all the chances, I think the best chance falling to Corey Burke. If he had more composure, I think we could have done better with that opportunity. The one that him go past about 2 to 3 player inside the top on the top of the 18, inside the 18-yard box, and him just blast it over the goal. If we had more composure, I think for me, we should have won this game. This is an aging Costa Rican team. I know people going to say, yes, they beat us in the Gold Cup, but even the Gold Cup, we shouldn't have lost to them. This is an aging Costa Rican team. And if we just have some more belief in ourselves, we could have done much better in this game. And I have to say big up to Shamar Nicholson coming up straight out through after the halftime in the 46th minute, equalized with a pinpoint cross from Kemar Taxi Lawrence after who played that ball to him after what's his name? Tyreek Maggie, make a run into the midfield and pass it out wide to Taxi and pinpoint. All when him flips it, it dropping at the back of the net, same as to how good the square was. So we have to applaud that, and that was good. And then also in the 68th minute, Low with a nice ball driving forward on the counter to Fleming. I don't know. Fleming, he was a bit hesitant. He need to do more. For me, Fleming was extremely poor in this game. Couple of chances came his way and he didn't materialize. He was in and out the game, and I think he could have done much more than what he did in this game. He could have been more effective. But we're going to run through player ratings and then we'll go back to some more discussion of the game. So we're just going to run through the player ratings. Starting from the keeper, Andre Blake. For me, Andre Blake is an 8. I think he did a pretty good job, a pretty decent job. As I said, he always give his all. Andre Blake, always. I don't know if it's because I don't think it's just because he's wearing the captain band. He always give his all. So for me, Andre Blake did a pretty decent job. Foiled the Costa Rican team on a number of occasions. So I'm giving him 8. What do you think, fans? Throw in the comment section now. You think Andre Blake deserves the 8? Alvas Powell. Alvas Powell for me, I don't know. He's just so I don't know what to say about him. For me, Alvas Powell, I giving him a 5. Think he could have done much more. Give away a couple possession. Trying on the eye test, him always look busy like him working. But I don't know. I'm giving him a 5. Anthony Grant. This is what the holding midfielder. In the first half, him and Devon Williams. At one point, I didn't know which one of them was playing holding midfielder because in the first half, I see Devon Williams deep coming for the ball first from the defender. So I was wondering if they're rotating or they're playing with a double defense, a double holding midfielder. Fans, what do you think? Because for me, Anthony Grant, I give him a 6. Shemar Nicholson. Shemar Nicholson find the equalizer, but he's only 24 still, so he might have time on his hands. But I think Shemar Nicholson, if he had have a bit of that composure, like Ruiz, when in the 3rd minute where Ruiz made that goal, he literally made that goal. Could have kicked it hard in the box low. He could have panicked. Him compose himself and dink over that nice ball to Jimmy Marine in the 3rd minute. If Shamar Nichols have a little bit more composure, he could have scored 3 goals today. He got those 3 opportunities. That one that Lawrence dinked over and him trying to do the fancy thing. No pressure, there was no one on him. All he had to do is just compose himself, control, and find the back of the net. Yeah, but as I said, he's what, just 24, 25? He have a lot to learn. And when him go, I hope when him go back and look at this tape, I hope them watch over this game. I hope him see and look at this tape and see where he needs to improve, because yeah, I agree with the lack of composure. Twice outside of the goal he got away, and he could have done much more if he was more composed and more clinical. But as I said, we're not knocking him too much. Junior Flemings. For me, Junior Flemings get a 5. I think he was in and out the game. He was extremely poor for me. Lack of composure again on the Jamaica team. When Lowe played that beautiful ball out to him on the counter, him didn't make up his mind early enough whether him to take that shot, because the shot was on. When the ball come at his feet and he control it, the defender is hesitant, allow the defender to come back into play. And even when the defender come back into play, he could have cut inside and have the goal for himself. So for me, Flemings, and then he gave away a ball. He gave away a ball at the other end of the pitch where Campbell should have scored. And he kicked it wide, or it was an easy no. Blake saved it. Campbell should have scored when he went to the near post and the far post was wide open. So for me, Fleming get a 5. Damian Lowe. On the eye test, he never failed. And he's a good reader of the game. He's a leader. For me, Damian Lowe gets a 8. As I said earlier on, he made on the counter. He beautiful ball out to Taxi. He also got an half chance in the first half where he rose for the corner, but him just couldn't get over it to edit down. And he's always bustling. He make a couple of drive into midfield. He made a couple of drive into midfield. So I think 8 for Damian Lowe is good. Adrian Mariappa, his partner at the back, did a pretty solid job too. After conceding in the 3rd minute, they didn't collapse. They managed to keep out the Costa Ricans. Although you can say the Costa Ricans was wasteful, but at the end, they didn't put the ball in the back of the net. So you have to credit the 2 central defenders for keeping their composure and didn't concede after they conceded so early in the 3rd minute. Kemar Taxi Lawrence. For me, he gets a 8. I think he had a pretty decent game today. He was up for this game. He was very up for this game. Had an assist to his name. Could have more than one. As I said, the one that he passed to Nichols on the break, and him tried to do that fancy thing where him should have just control the ball and score. So for that, I have to say 8 for Taxi. Tyreek McGee was a bit weak in the first half. Tyreek McGee gets a 7. He was a bit weak in the first half. I don't know if it was nervousness, but after the break, he came out and he looked more purposeful, going into tackles, running back, where, bumping shoulder to shoulder over in the far corner, dry, fouling, so he came out back stronger, contributed to that goal, get one on his left foot, where I think he should have tested the keeper at least. But for me, Tyreek McGee gets a 7. Um, Devon Speedy Williams. Devon Speedy Williams gets a 6 for me. For me, he was in and out the game. First half, he was more visible than the second half. And as I said earlier, at one point, I was wondering if they were using two holding midfielder because it was so deep to the back line, retrieving the ball from the back line when connecting to the midfield and going forward. But for me, Speedy get a 6. I am only doing that for the starting 11. I won't do player ratings for the bench, only for the starting 11. But as I said, this was a much improved game. Much improved game, but I don't want person to watch this game and get it twisted, because for me, we should have capitalized on this aging Costa Rican team. And for that, I am disappointed in this result. The only bright side, the only bright side on this is all the teams is dropping points. Costa Rica get 1 point and they are now fifth. That's how tight it is. That's how close it is. Outside, Mexico is on what, 7 points? When I get the standing. Yeah, for me, my apologies. Son was giving them some problem a while ago. All right. As I was saying, don't know where the sound fell short from, but let me just run back through the point standing. For me, Jamaica sits at the bottom, 1 point from 3 games. El Salvador, 2 points from 3 games. Honduras in six, 2 points from 3 games. Costa Rica in fifth, 2 points from 3 games. Panama in fifth, two Panama in fourth, 2 points from 3 games. USA in third, 5 points from 3 games. Canada in second, I should say, 5 points from 3 games. Mexico in first, 7 points from 3 games. As I said, the good thing about this is the point standing is so close. See, Costa Rica draw with Jamaica and then move to fifth on 2 points. So it's not much between us. But as you can see, the top four teams separated themselves. Mexico on 7 points at first, Canada at 5 points, second, USA on 5 points, third, Panama also on 5 points, fourth. So we have to fix the in-house squabbling. We have to fix the in-house squabbling. Else we will not qualify for this World Cup. We have to understand that once you cross the white line, that rectangular white line, everything must be put aside. You can't be on the field and spectator can be watching and saying, "Oh, that person don't talk to that person." Yes, Panama. Yes, big up Andrew for checking in. Panama is on 5 points. Panama, yes, Panama is fourth on 5 points. That was what I said. I said Costa Rica on 2 points, not Panama. Andrew, big up, like the video, Andrew, and if you haven't subscribed, just subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. But as I said, as I said, yes, Panama is on 5 points. I have the table right here in front of me. Panama is on 5 points in fourth position. USA on 5 points in third position. Canada on 5 points in second position. Mexico out in front on 7 points in first position. That's true, sis. We are all Jamaicans. Yeah, I agree. So the in-house squabbling is what causing the demise of this team. Once you cross that rectangular white line, all hands on deck, because you're representing yourself. Yeah, thanks for that. You're representing yourself, you're representing your country. So we have to fix things. We have to fix things. For me, it not look good. Person talking a lot of madness about English-based player is not interested. No, I disagree, because I can tell you that Antonio wanted to play for Jamaica when he was 22, and Jamaica rejected him. Both of his parents are Jamaican, or I should say, is Jamaican. So you want to tell me, if me migrate, yeah, have a child up there and the child want to represent Jamaica when him come of age, you're going to tell me because him don't born in Jamaica, him can't play for Jamaica? You don't know that the child was traveling back and forth? That's rubbish. And as I said, this is the most animated I have seen with more. All I'm watching Jamaica, him on the sideline. And this just proved to me that these are his players. This proved a number of things to me. These set of players are his players. Yeah, thanks. These set of players are his players. Or that's one. Or He is comfortable speaking to these players. That's two. He feels inferior when the foreign based players is here. No, you are the coach. You must demand the dressing room. You must demand the dressing room. You are the coach. You have to demand the dressing room. You can't be on the sideline. You're not looking all timid and all of that. No, you have to set some ground rules once the players come in. So I don't. We need JFF to fix things because we still can salvage this campaign season. We still can salvage this World Cup qualifying because four team qualify, three team qualify automatically. One one team, the fourth place, go to a playoff. So first to third qualify automatically for the group stage. Fourth place go to a playoff. We still can salvage this campaign. But we have to understand, say, if we are professional, with more as a responsibility to unite the English base and the local base. I totally agree. That's the coach responsibility. But if him feel inferior to the English base, he might go create that rift. He might go create that segregation because he want to have his own way. But to me, as I was watching this Costa Rica game against Jamaica, I don't care what people want to say and talk about local versus English base. They cannot qualify for this World Cup with that without the English base player. If them ever believe said that team will go out there can qualify for the World Cup, them they're delusional because we should have won this game. We get a number of opportunity, and they weren't clinical. They weren't good enough. Yeah, Corey Burke, for me, Corey Burke, I don't know. Tapa seems to have a lot of faith in him, but I don't know. Him don't have any end product. On the eye test, him look all busybody. Similar to what fans would have said about Takunu Minamino at Liverpool. Him look quite busy on the eye test, but there's no end product. There's no end product. For me, him as a winger is not flexible. I see him get a chance to make a true pass and him overcooked it. Kick it so hard it go for a goal kick. Come on, man. And then him running about, so when him get the ball, it's like him so exhausted. When the ball come to him can't give you an end product. As I said, him get one when beat about two players or three players in the box. If he was him not even test the keeper, him not about 8 yards out. And you don't even test the keeper, him blast it over the bar. Come on, man. Not good enough, man. Not good enough. For me, Corey Burke should be coming off the bench when teams are tired. For me, Corey Burke would have been a good player off the bench when defenders are tired because he have that bustling spirit, that energetic run. Him starting playing out wide as a winger, I don't know. He don't have the little creative element where he can slip a nice little true pass, give it to Nicholson or whosoever playing forward. He don't have that in his arsenal. And as I said, him on the eye test, him look quite lively. But that alone not good enough because there's no end product. So you're going to run around for like 60, 70, 80 minutes and no end product. It makes no sense to me. You would have been a good 20-minute baller off the bench. Yeah, but for me though, this team that play together, they get a draw. But for me, it's an opportunity wasted. This team without the English-based player, not good enough. We get too many chances. We're going to play some side where we're going to get just one or two chances. We have to be clinical, like what Nichols did against Mexico. We got one and just put it away. But when we do that, do we have the back line to keep a clean sheet? Can Jamaica keep a clean sheet? Fans, what do you think about that? Can we keep a clean sheet? 3 game running, concede what? Twice against Mexico, 3 against Panama, that's 5. So now we concede 6 goals and score 2. So we're at a -4. Can we keep a clean sheet? Can the head coach try Michael Hector in holding midfield if he's struggling to find a holding midfielder? Because you have a 34, 35-year-old playing holding midfield, and then you bring on a 37-year-old to see out the game. When is this player even still playing professionally? I don't know. To me, this is a joke, man. You have the team so long to prepare. You know what was required of you. You know what the deficiency in the team was. You know what your strengths were. You need to put the team together to create that balance. I don't think all the pool of players we have, the whole players in the pool, I don't think he's using the style and the system to suit these players, to get the best out of these players. I don't know. I believe a formation that could have suited this Jamaica team, a 4-2-3-1. Yeah, a 4-2-3-1. But then you have Antonio now, and you're going to say Shamal Nicholson have to play because he's scoring the goals. And so where would you put him in that 4-2-3-1? So that we're going to come down to selection issue again. But having a selection issue, that is also a plus for any manager. You know, have to tinker with his team and figure out which system is the best team. But all of that should have figured out long time ago. Even if you didn't get I remember said there's a lot of player came in late. But even so, if you had your system working with, you'll have known that, all right, that player can fit here. So once you have your system, it's easier for players to adapt because you're going to get the players to fit within the system. When you have that wide pool of player and you don't have a system, it look fragmented, it look disjointed. But for me, once you have the system working with, and I believe from the under 20, under 14, whichever youth level team we have, they're supposed to play in this system. So once they come up through the ranks, they make them it easier for them to make the transition to the senior program. And that is one of the issue why Jamaica is struggling. There isn't much transition from the youth national team to the senior national team. If there's any, if you can count how many players transition to the senior pool, it's poor, it's horrible. And no, man, we have to have more vision. For me, the coach, the whole entire JFF, they lack vision. Because I said, think Whitmore will try to get Kevin Stewart as a CDM for the next game in October, hopefully. Kevin Stewart. Which team Kevin Stewart play for? Kevin Stewart. I'm not familiar with that player. Because at one point I get so depressed with Jamaica football. At one point I'd stop watching them. I'm gonna be honest. At one point I said football is dead in Jamaica. At one point I said football dead in Jamaica. I remember way back in 98, the camaraderie and the hype, even if you weren't a football fan, you were like, you want to know the result. You will just go and watch a game. I remember those days. For me, I feel like football dead in Jamaica because we're not seeing the balance, we're not seeing the connection with the fans as well. The fans, it's like the fans don't buy into this this team, this current crop of players, I don't know what's going on. Is either the hierarchy or what? The fans, you're struggling to find sponsors. So corporate Jamaica is not on board. Come on, man. We need to do better than that, man. We were well aware. And listen, also the dates, they're disjointed because let me say this. That Costa Rica game, that for sure you said the hierarchy need to be more professional. Players landed in Costa Rica. Players landing in Costa Rica, and they hold them back at the airport, right? Norman Campbell and Kemar Taxi Lawrence, because they said some passport issue. Can you imagine? That not good enough, man. Iraq, you have to do better than this, man. This look like joke. Blackpool in England, English League. Kevin Stewart. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Kevin Stewart, English League. Championship, Blackpool. They are in the championship. I think they are in the championship. I'm going to check that out though. But they have to do better. You know, have person money time, you're going to travel. They should collect all passport and see what's what. Last minute, them have to call the Minister of Sport to come and bail them out. That's true, man. Not ready. So as I said, riff among players disjointed because some local based player don't want the English based player. But I hope when I get a wake up call today, the amount of chances was created and the amount of chances you guys got it. You must realize that Una alone can't do it. Not being biased here, that team that played against Costa Rica, not good enough. Not good enough. And gone are the days where Jamaica getting 5 and 6. We don't want to see about that. So we just have to get the in-house sort out. Get the in-house sort out. Because it don't look good. Outside looking in, it don't look good. And as I said, these players are supposed to be professional. Once you cross that white line, that rectangular white line, all hands on deck. Can't be carrying malice, man. Come on, man. Una man in a brother. Carry the malice gone on the football field and try to sabotage the program. If you're not interested in carrying this team to the World Cup, step aside and let people who want to see Jamaica at the World Cup participate. If you feel like you're not going to commit yourself because you feel whatever you're feeling, step aside and allow other players to represent the country who want to represent the country. They must forget this thing sorted out because we need a balance and we may have some issue when in October because some of these English-based players may not return. That is a possibility. The hierarchy of the national team should have dealt with this long time ago. So this is a continuation of the negotiation in salary. So it's like a continuation from that. Carry over in this part of the campaign, which is poor. This should have deal with second long. We have a meeting and we have an understanding. No way in hell you're supposed to. Yeah, one team, one love. Hashtag one team, one love. That needs to be the slogan going forward. Hashtag World Cup, one team, one love. I totally agree. Totally agree with that. Hashtag one team, one love. We have to fix things. We can't carry a personal issue on the field and I make the team look disjointed. Yeah, this should have cleared up a long time ago. And as I said, this started from the salary negotiation. So you have a set of player on the local side who feel them Englishman and for come in, come take them game. Because them did it from then and then. But if you guys are professional and you're good enough, and a man come in, you have to stamp your authority and make a man know say, I have to go work hard for your game. You can't just expect say, Ray, because if any big professional football club you go, and man, them player come in every year, every window, more likely, man, I go challenge you for your game, and you have to step up your thing and rise to the occasion. I mean, I said, Tyreek Maggie, the public been asking for him to start in this team. Him get him chance against Costa Rica. And my assessment of him is, if him thinks my assessment of Tyreek Maggie in this game is he was a bit soft in the first half, and I said maybe he's nervous or what, because this game was a high pressure game because Jamaica needed points on the board. So the first part for me was he was a bit soft, came out in the second half, did well, did much better, but some simple little 10-yard pass, we have to make those. We can't be some simple little 10-yard pass we can't make. We're struggling. And my word to Tyreek Maggie, you need to bulk up. Players that are short need to have strength in them legs. He needs some strength in him legs. He need to bulk up. If he really take this sport serious and want to take it to the next level, he must hit the gym seriously. Yeah, as I said, the first half for him was poor. Second half, he came out and he improved him game. First half, they were pushing him off of the ball and all of that. And he had some 10, 12-yard pass, struggling to make them. And he came out in the second half, much improved. And I applaud him for that. And I said in my player ratings, I giving him 7. Him get one on him left foot where him kick. Should have tested the keeper from there. But Maggie also has to look at himself and said, if you want to take this sport seriously, you need to do some extra work. You need to take the gym serious. It's too lightweight. And that is one of the problem we have in not just football, but sports in Jamaica. Once the player them reach 16, 17, them need to start the strength work and gym work. We're relying too much. We're relying too much. Yeah, you hear me? We're relying too much on our raw talent. Sports. We're relying testing. Sound like my mic catch up out. Yeah, you hear me? We're relying too much on raw talent. And as I said, it's not just football, it's also tracks. So we underdeveloped. If you look at Maggie at 22 compared to a European baller at 22, even a South American baller at 22, even if they are small in stature, their legs, you see the work in their legs. Maggie need to take a look at himself, and if he's going to be honest with himself and want to do this thing as a career, he must have to put in some work. Him way behind in terms of him physical development. As I said, if you look at the European players, RVL at Liverpool, he's 18. Small frame bodied like Maggie. But if you look at him legs, far different. So being a professional athlete is a lot of thing going to it. Not just on the field. On the field is the end product. Nutrition is very much important, and we tend to overlook that. That is one of the issues why we players so underdeveloped in Jamaica, the nutrition. Person are talking about nutrition. Person overlooking nutrition like mental health. When you have a lot of things at home to deal with, I'm saying this reaching out to all the young players or potential young players who see themselves not just football, but track and field and any other sport. On the field is the end product. You have to put in some work on behind the scene. Yeah, nutrition is important. So people, if you see a one youth where doing a sport and him love it and him put in the effort and put in the energy, help him out. Sponsor a child, sponsor youth. Nutrition important. Gym work important. Once you reach 16, you're supposed to start do some serious strength training. Your body physically can start lift weights at 16. Some of these coaches that working with the kids, selling the kids them short as well. Testing. Mike seems like it's chipping out, man. Yeah, testing. Yeah, me I say some of the kids them need help. So if you watch a video and you see a youth in your community and him look like him have the desire, him have the passion for the sport, whichever sport it is, sponsor youth, help a youth. Nutrition important. Even just by communicating with a youth, one of them daily issues, because these are the things that we're overlooking. And when the person on the field, we look at the end product and we say, yeah. But the fact of the matter is, most of our athletes, sports people, they're underdeveloped physically. And that falls down to nutrition, strength work, and all of that. So as I say, any young footballer out there watch and wanna see, wanna take the thing serious, the strength is important. You have to do the physical part, you have to do the strength work. Because as I said, in the first half, he was a bit lightweight, push him off and ball. So I don't know. And when him in his interview was like, players talk to him and him come out back. So where I said the coach now make not talk in a changing room. So Whitmore at halftime never say nothing to you as a player. So you still can see the segregation in the thing. In a Maggie interview, the man I say the coach, the player them talk to him and him come out and Ray. So even him saying that you can see the segregation in the thing. And in a Whitmore interview too, he must say poor, poor, and it's like him have a little smirk on him face, like he must say. That was the interview for the Panama game when Jamaica got the 3-0. Whitmore in his interview didn't please in his demeanor. Sometimes you have to deal with the thing them in-house. Not all the time you must come out and attack your players. And in a crucial stage like this at the World Cup qualifying, he came out attacking his players. I think him should have deal with that. Him should have just be more diplomatic, and say we did poorly and we have to do better. And but that just shows the thing disjointed, not just on the field, but also off the field. Very, very disjointed. And we just want the man them fix the thing and make the thing work. And don't make when the English based player them come out here, them feel like the whole Jamaica is at them. That is not so, because Jamaican out here want to see them come and play for the country, want to see the country at the next World Cup, want to see the country do well. So me I say shout out to all the English based player, and all the local based player, because it going to need a united effort. One team. Hashtag one team, one love. As well the person in our chat say, yeah, because anybody feels say it can work with the local base alone, them delusional. Anybody feels say it can work with the English base alone, they are also delusional, because the English base players, most of them don't develop that bond yet with them teammate because they're relatively new. So you have to have a balance. You have to have a balance. We want the local base getting them chance if them good enough. We don't want you just put them into the team because them are local born Jamaican. No, we want to see the best team out there. So once them good enough, I agree, give them their opportunity. But we don't want to just pick a team because them born in Jamaica. We want the best team to be out there. The best. So fans, what do you think about that? What are your thoughts when you watch this? Just leave it in the comment section and share the video. Don't just watch. If you're coming here for the first time, share, like the video, subscribe to the channel, put on your notification bell because I'm struggling when I'm going live because person don't have on them notification bell. But just want to put on a notification bell and just give the thing a strength. Don't just watch. Like the video, share with a friend. Yeah, I'm at my 1 hour point and anybody who check in on the thing. We just want to say, if I even one person check in, two person check in, we just want to say, big up because thanks for the support. And when you watch this video, don't just watch, like the video, share, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, put on your notification bell. I'm just want to say, you don't know. Big up yourself. Hashtag one team, one love. It's your girl Jamams, and I'm out.